Last time on Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney.
Hey, that case! Wasn't that open before?
I guess someone closed it.
Wait, look! Where the case closes!
Something's sticking out. You don't think it's...
Oh!
Sarah, you called it!
Oh my God!
What
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no! I think she was better off at the case.
She's in excellent condition. And her health is okay, too.
Emma, how's Lamiroir? Is she okay?
Yes, she came to a short while ago. You found her just before it was too late.
So, what happened?
Someone attacked her. She was struck on the forehead. Would you like to see her now?
Lamirroir, do you know what this is? Mr. LeTouse was carrying it.
So that is what he was doing. This must be a Borginian cocoon. It seems I was marked. A life changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world.
So you could have brought those Virginian cocoons with you.
That was probably the suspicion.
Couldn't be her. There's one other person I need to talk to. If I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you?
What is this cocoon anyway?
The silk is a potent cure. Really?
It's like it's like
Really?
unobtainium, isn't it?
It is a cure for, I can't believe I'm saying this, incuritis. About the case?
He wants to tell us about Mr. LeTouse's death? This meeting is over. There's a call for Machi from the Borginian embassy. Sorry. Come on, piano boy, we're leaving.
Who would have thought Darian would guest star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect? Yet he has an impeccable alibi, which means that Lamiroir was sadly mistaken.
Lamirroir might have been lying to protect Machi. Machi was trying to tell us something. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him. Your Honor, the defense calls defendant Machi Tabaye to the stand.
Just now, Machi said that there was something about which he wishes to testify.
Oh, thank God!
He has proof of his innocence. If the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them.
Machi, you glanced toward her the very moment Lamirroir said the word English. You can understand English, can't you? How does he know the crime followed the lyrics?
He read about it in the newspaper.
There we go.
Yeah.
I have here the Borginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. It doesn't mention the lyrics. I'm sorry, Machi. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in a Borginian newspaper. Hello and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, which I definitely got right first time.
Yeah, you did.
Where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
Badly.
Yeah!
I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice. And so why don't we hop back on into this lovely game?
Why did you say it was sarcasm?
It wasn't sarcasm. I was just saying lovely game.
They're gonna get the pitchfork. They're gonna get the pitchforks, Pete.
But why?
You all can come for Pete, by the way. Sarah and I are on record as liking it, but it doesn't matter that Pete doesn't like it.
I never said that. I never said I didn't like it. I said it was a lovely game. I didn't say I didn't like it.
All right, okay, children.
I was onto something. I know it. I can't let this chance slip away.
Oh, damn.
But what was he on to? We'll have to find out next time.
I don't know. Time is an issue today.
Oh, wait, no. This was the whole thing about, the freaking cocoon being a cure for incuritis. And then the first case of incuritis in the state and Neo Aikido was the judge's freaking son and all of that.
The Supreme Court Justice's son.
This is the Supreme Court Justice.
No, shut
with
up.
the cocoon.
He's in charge of the Sniper Wolf Court.
Oh, hell no!
Have you quite
That
finished?
looks like a court session.
Oh my God. Time is an issue today. Mr. Justice, are you finished with the cross-examination?
That girl looks like some kind of magician.
What are you going to do, Apollo? I know what I'm gonna do if these guys carry on. I'm gonna punch them in the
Oh,
face.
dear me. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm kind of sorry. I'm sorry for the disruption. I'm not sorry for the terrible impression. If I'm going to keep on cross-examining, I better have an angle of attack. Or else. bracelet's still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue.
If you must, you must. Very well. Witness. I understand.
The bracelet.
It was I who explained the crime followed the song.
Oh, that was it, because because the Borginian newspaper didn't say that the murder followed the song.
The lyrics, yeah.
Yeah. And then we were trying to establish that Machi can understand English, because how did he know? And I guess she's
But
trying
now
to
I think we should
backtrack.
probably look at Lamirroir, because then she's probably the one lying this time.
Okay. Oh, God!
No, she did the swallow last time.
Here again.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Gotcha!
No? Oh.
Lamirroir. I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be uncertain?
Me? Uncertain?
Yes. You swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained. Oh, sorry. It was I who explained.
That is a very poor impression.
I'm
Mr.
trying my
Justice.
best. I'm sorry.
I see there is little point to trying to hide anything. Sorry, to try that. In hiding anything from you.
Lamirroir.
Shut up.
No, it's okay. It's not. I'm not laughing at you making the mistake. It's just you doing it. It reminded me again of that Oblivion voice line of the. She's like saying the thing, and she goes, "Let me do that again." And they left it in the game.
Meh. Meh.
It just reminds me of that. I'm sorry.
Meh.
Lamirroir, are you indeed protecting someone?
That is not a question with a simple answer.
It seemed pretty simple to me.
To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself.
Then, allow me to answer for you. Lamirroir, you're protecting.
Machi?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Not protecting Darian.
No,
Remain LeTouse, no.
it's probably Machi. Take that! Lamirroir, you are protecting Machi. That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Machi, I believe you didn't do it. Really, I trust you. But you've lied to us twice. And now you have Lamirroir lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too.
Huh?
Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to.
Oh.
Well, guys, we killed him.
Killed him. Witness, is this true? Do you understand English? Oh,
Yes. A little, only.
Oh, goodness gracious me!
what?
First he could see, now he can talk. It's a miracle.
A miracle.
And... What?
It's a lamiracle. A lamiracle.
Oh, God.
And you did not know about this, Lamirroir?
No, I did not. It is quite a surprise.
How many secrets is this witness hiding?
Last. This is last.
Machi, could you tell us what really happened?
No shooting! I did no shooting!
So, you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those two gunshots, correct? Why? Wait a second, what?
Apparently, the answer to that question isn't simple either. What a shame for the simpleton across from me.
I was in dressing room behind the desk. Manager, he on the floor.
which would be after the shooting, right?
And notice I say floor and not ground, because it is inside.
I'm not sure why that would be relevant right now.
Then there is voice.
Voice? Or voices? Was it you and Emma, Apollo?
So when Machi went into the dressing room, Mr. LeTouse had already been shot. And then we came to the door.
Panel, high up. I take off. Run away! Run away!
So it was you who escaped through that air vent.
As the prosecution has upheld all along, no less. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession?
Objection! No! He's clearly denied that he did it!
I know shooting! Manager on floor! Already on floor!
Objection! The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter.
Does the defendant have anything to say to this?
Yeah, it's just bullcrap!
I said defendant, not defense.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
He's clammed up, Apollo.
Best get to shocking then.
Then let's ask Mr. Justice. Do you require any further testimony from the witness?
Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait, no. Of course there is.
What is this cocoon anyway?
Cocoon. Essayez de te poser des soutaves, lady. Cocoon.
A cocoon. The silk is a potent cure.
For incuratus.
A cure? Well, Machi, are you a smuggler?
Sota breeze as branch.
Hilatja vunya shataj yattidigalaj. He what to tell me?
That cocoon has to have something to do with this. Machi, please, tell us the truth for your own sake.
No more speak. Not to any of you.
So much for your precious trust, Hair Forehead.
Hey, you were the one who didn't believe him.
Regardless, this brings us to an impasse.
Does seem the defense and the defendant are at odds. I doubt we are likely to learn anything more of value should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed.
Apollo just takes him to the back and just grabs him by the scrubs. He's like, tell the truth! Tell the truth, you beepster!
Oh boy.
10th, 11:23 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Apollo Eustace.
That's Justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some.
Believe. I know shooting.
Machi claims Mr. LeTouse was already down on the ground when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it.
Suddenly, I hear
Revolver.
close. Very close. Then I hear voice.
You heard gunshots?
I say voice, Eustace, not gunshots. Yes, it's true. I hear
Revolver.
but only sound.
Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. LeTouse already dead, and then you heard shots? That's true.
So, you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots?
And you escaped through the air vent.
I know.
Huh? What do you know?
I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and back backstage.
So, the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area? Is that what he means?
Oh, what a coincidence. The vents connect the two locations so that you could hastily make an escape. That sounds sus to me.
Hey, he's right! Look, Apollo!
Huh? Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that? I scoped it out earlier.
It is movie. It is die difficult, I think.
Die
difficult.
difficult. Die easy.
To die easy.
Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hole or something.
I hear this from magician.
Oh.
Magician?
Don't look at me!
A magician, huh? Oh, Mr. Banana?
Well, at least we're clear on one thing. Machi didn't shoot Mr. LeTouse.
Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then... Wait, we're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then he heard the shots? Huh. That one's gonna go over well in court. That one's gonna go over well in court. Not.
Apollo! You're his defense! You're supposed to believe whatever he says! Even lies! That's what Daddy always told me.
That's not exactly how I phrased it, but yeah, I mean, your heart's in the right place.
I'll just pretend you misheard him. Every time. So, what do we do?
Well, I think we're up a certain creek without a certain paddle. Quite frankly. You're sure you won't testify, Machi?
No talking. No.
Well, it was worth a shot.
That cocoon.
I can't go home.
Can't go home?
I can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Virginia is death.
Oh, that's right. It's punishable by death. Damn. Of course he's scared. Oh well. I guess we'll just have to try a different approach.
That's the spirit, Apollo. So, what's your plan?
If Machi won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify.
Someone else?
I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there.
Right.
Mr. Banana. He's the only
Mr.
one.
Banana? Who's Mr. Banana?
Either Mr. Banana or Darian, Mr. Shark.
I don't think Darian's gonna be in a talking
Mr. Shark, do.
No,
Mr. Shark, do.
no.
I was gonna do something very similar. I was gonna say like grown up shark do.
Oh, I hate you. No.
Okay.
Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk.
I did hear a rather lot of shouting.
You also sound
What
rather
sounded like dull thuds on flesh.
You also sound rather uncertain there, Mr. Justice. I'm fine.
You've said that before, and clearly you're not fine. Very well. So will he testify?
Your Honor, the defendant will not testify.
What good was that then? What?
I have a plan.
Shame. And here I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around.
Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. You could say we would like to think outside the box.
Oh, a different angle?
If Machi won't testify...
so you're going to you're going to stop being obtuse and start being acute instead?
Maybe try thinking before you speak, man. Maybe you'll be able to string a sentence together. If Machi won't testify, then I know who will.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately what, Taylor? Come on.
You're
Come
not
on.
going to settle on the right
Come on.
angle. Get
Come
it?
on.
Because it's 90 degrees. Is it right angle is 90 degrees. And
Right.
it's not obtuse or acute. Or,
Right, yeah, well, thank you for that, sir. Cheers, duly noted. And anyway, so I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lamirroir.
Lamirroir?
Objection! What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lamirroir's testimony was insubstantial. There's nothing you can...
Lamirroir was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries.
What happened?
She was assaulted, Your Honor.
Assaulted?
Assaulted!
Assaulted?
Assaulted, yes! Someone wanted Lamirroir dead! Thankfully, she was able to save herself.
Hey, Pete, try thinking before you speak and you might be able to string a sentence together. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What?
Now, children.
Duly noted.
I've heard no such report.
Prosecutor...
Sucks to be you.
Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lamirroir? Can you think of a reason?
But, well...
Think of how she is known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been?
You don't think...
I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. LeTouse. The killer was afraid of her. Afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out.
So am I to understand that this is what you are saying? Namely, that there is a nugget of truth in Lamirroir's testimony? A nugget we have yet to uncover?
Exactly.
Nugget.
If
Nugget.
Lamirroir was attacked, this has serious implications. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lamirroir's testimony once more.
Yay.
Lamirroir, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak.
You need not apologize. I know that Machi is innocent. And I will do all that I can until the court realizes this.
Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window. And that the voice belonged to Darian Crescend, yes?
That is correct.
At which point I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof.
You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice?
I don't know exactly what yet, but I know there's something there.
Just like I assume you must have a brain, but I've yet to see anything that proves that you do. There is, it seems, much you do not know.
Yeah, okay, fine.
And yet it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to the court.
Of course, Your Honor.
Witness testimony.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them, Mr. LeTouse and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony.
I am sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I said here is true.
Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What you have said to have happened is impossible.
Do I have to repeat myself? Lamirroir was attacked because of this testimony. What? Trucy?
Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool.
What?
Ouch.
And now the moment has passed.
Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you could coolly cross-examine the witness.
So I wonder if we need to present the earpiece on one of the statements, because she had the earpiece on and everyone wore them, but if that one headphone was dropped in the hallway and that was where the gunshots were, she could have heard them through that.
Yeah, maybe.
Or that was how she heard Darian's voice as well.
Yeah, maybe. On my way from the stage to the backstage exit. So she was walking down that corridor anyway.
Yeah.
That's when she heard them. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window. So let's try this one. Hold it! There were 2 gunshots.
Yes, I heard 2. One after the other.
It fits with the bullet holes to the scene. Nothing really new here to pick up. Okay. Oh, well, that was straightforward. All right, well, let's go from the beginning then. He's going to do straight... Hold it! He's going to do, like, short ones.
Is something wrong?
I know I said hold it, but she's saying the same thing she said before.
Mr. Justice?
I actually think that the bit where she said that she kept walking past the window, I don't quite remember it being phrased like that before. So that's the bit that I think is different, but I'm not quite sure.
See, the thing with the window is it's like the window's at the back of the room. The earpiece was at the front and near the door.
Yeah, the layout's strange. Like, because there's no, it's not like we've been able to sort of see it from the other side or see how it links up in any way. Sorry, it's nothing. Please continue with your testimony.
Now I know what they mean about the reckless youth these days.
The one in red over there is a shining example here, Judge. He's watched too many skibbity toilet videos. It's rotted his brain and it's leaking out of his ears.
Yeah, sure. I've watched loads of toilet videos, Clavier, thanks. You're the last person who should be pointing fingers, Mr. Rockstar!
I'm interested in where she smelt the gunpowder. That's the one that gets me.
Ooh, that smell! Can't you smell that smell? Smell.
Why didn't you tell someone immediately?
Well,
If it were me, I would have gone to the police right away. It's our duty as citizens.
This may be beside the point, but Lamirroir isn't a citizen.
Oh, well, bugger. Didn't think of that.
Though, one would hope such common sense prevails in Borginia as well.
Lamirroir seems awfully quiet all of a sudden.
That's strange. Could she be hiding something?
it is as you say. Yet, at the time...
I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
But why was she in a hurry?
Hold it! You were in a hurry? To go where?
I was on my way to the backstage exit, as I have said.
Why are you in such a hurry then?
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case.
Editor's note.
Yeah. It very well might. Please answer the question.
Objection! Are you all right, Lamirroir?
Yes. Yes, I just tired.
Recall what I told you yesterday, Herr Forehead. Lamirroir suffers from serious amnesia. Please
Please refrain from traumatizing her further.
What? So we can just dismiss questions he thinks are too traumatizing? Too traumatizing?
Why don't you prove her reason had a connection to the case before asking about it, yeah?
Prosecution's objection is sustained. Current question is moot. Mr. Justice, please continue with your cross-examination.
Lamirroir was attacked because of this testimony. I know she was. So something's got to be hidden here.
Maybe there's some detail we're missing.
I guess we'll just have to get her to fill in the blanks.
Right.
Well,
Hey.
I think
I suppose we need to press through everything then,
I think we didn't press this
because we
one.
haven't pressed them too.
Hold it! Darian Crescend?
I did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him. The one who took the stand yesterday.
Grown up shark doo 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 doo. Grown up shark doo 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 doo.
I hate it. I do hate it, pal. I know
How many?
I know I was going to say it, but I still hate it. Go on, Clevier, sorry. You can't even tell we're working remotely.
Have you done?
Yes! Yes!
Oh no!
How many times do I need to remind you that's impossible?
There is no way you could have heard him.
Because the window at the scene was closed.
But
Is
so
that
yeah, if
why?
we can get him to add that statement, we can pull
We
out
can
the
then-
earpiece and be
yes.
like, "Nyaha!"
Skeletor? Is that why?
Of course.
Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere.
We're trying, Trucy. Jesus.
She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try. What?
What were they talking about?
Thinking about? Yeah.
Lamirroir, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us.
I have given it much reflection, but
Oh, I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember.
I only heard one phrase clearly.
A whole phrase?
You remember something that was said?
Whoa, Mr. Gavin, do you need to go to the bathroom? Why didn't you say anything yesterday?
Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak.
Eh,
You see,
this is
I do not
important.
understand what was said.
This could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. They said, it is Apollo Justice. He is guilty. He did the shooting.
No!
No! Well, what did he say?
It was the other man speaking, not Mr. LeTouse.
He said, looks like your number's up, pal. The shooter then. Darian Crescend.
He said, "It's a shame that you're about to die of Sugma." Sugma balls! Boom!
Oh no!
Oh, dear.
Well, what did he say?
It's over. Press the switch. Now!
Huh.
Switch? The shooter said this to the victim, Mr. LeTouse.
I thought it quite strange myself afterward.
Yeah! Yeah, that would have been nice to know yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
This is a mystery. What could it possibly mean?
Apollo's over there, like, flipping the little transceiver thing and just clicking. He's like, I don't know. I don't know what that could...
Trucy, can you hold on to this? Sure. Ow!
Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this?
I mean, sure. It's, no, not autoplay. Jesus Christ. Whew. I'd be delighted. It's, very, very vital. Maybe we could add that to the testimony.
Apollo,
Yes!
You're shouting again!
Well, it's because it's serious!
Apollo, use your indoor voice.
Okay.
Indoor voice,
It's
Apollo.
very serious. It's very
There you
serious.
go.
Your Honor, could we please add this to the testimony, please? Because it's very serious!
That's better.
Mm.
Maybe, Apollo?
From this small window, I heard the voice
And
say,
now-
press the switch.
I'm going to
Now.
I'm going to press it because if I present, we will perhaps be in the situation where we present the banana when we should present the picture of the banana.
So we should save.
So I'm going to yes. That's a good idea.
We should do a safety save.
That's a good idea. And now
He's gonna get his voice stuck like this, and then he's gonna try to go back to.
I'm gonna be fine. Hold it!
Oh my god.
And it was Detective Darian Crescen's voice?
Yes, I am sure of it.
It's over. Press the switch. Why would he say that to Mr. LeTouse?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to communicate with him to do a thing. I don't know. Press a switch? Maybe?
Apollo?
Sorry, I'm shouting again, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. The murder weapon, the revolver, was Mr. LeTouse's, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What of it?
Well, maybe when he said press the switch,
What, you're not going to suggest that he meant pull the trigger, right?
he really meant to
Oh
say
my
pull
God.
the trigger.
No. Come on.
Because his English isn't so good.
What, Darian's English? Darian Crescend is a native speaker, Trucy.
Oh, right. Sorry, I kind of forgot who was what.
I will say, I'm sorry for shouting because I too am quite confused and this is getting a little bit silly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
You should
press the switch. Huh. That's not something a killer usually says to their victim, is it?
Well, I mean, unless you're like Jigsaw.
Well, yeah, true.
Go ahead. Press the switch.
We want to play a game.
If you press the switch,
It sounds like
he will.
Sorry. It sounds
This was your bit, and you've stolen it.
Oh, okay. All right then, you may.
No. Nope.
Oh, you don't want it? You don't want it back?
Nope.
Sounds like he pressed the switch.
Bingo cards, people? Tell the fallout.
It's
every
episode.
Was there no one else in the room?
I do not know. All I heard was Mr. LeTouse and the detective.
I heard the faintest sound of
So
a
we have got
gunshot.
the button, the
We've got-
transmitter.
We have. I'm gonna present it now. It's this. Objection!
say it with
Press-
confidence, Apollo.
Sorry. Objection!
That's better.
Press the switch. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words.
Oh. Yet there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch, save the lightses.
It sounds
Lights
like
the lights is
the lights is.
the lights is
It
The
sounds
lights
like
is.
Mr. Gavin. It sounds like Mr. Gavin should take a look at the court record.
Uh-oh.
True, there wasn't a switch at the scene. But it just so happens I have a switch right here. He pulls
Oh,
out
so
his
you
Nintendo.
did it.
That certainly does look like a switch, doesn't it?
The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage,
Stage?
where the concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there.
On the stage.
Are you claiming that the voice Lamirroir heard was of someone commanding another to press this switch?
It's a possibility.
Objection! Oh, hair forehead. I'd call that an impossibility.
Why?
Because it's devastating to my case. It's hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert forum. The stage is quite far from Lamirroir's dressing room.
Almost 30 exact feet to be exact.
Yeah.
Not to mention that the Gaviners were in the middle of a concert on said stage. We aren't known for being a quiet band. You could shout all you wanted and not be heard.
The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout.
So, too, have Hair Forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard.
Hey, I don't sound anything like Winston Payne. Sorry. But he wouldn't have needed to shout.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said. Or do you need me to shout it out for you?
Ooh.
It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. Oh, wait. You like evidence, don't you? How about this?
Ooh, Polo getting sassy.
Using this, it would be easy to get a message to someone on the stage from the... Using this, it would be easy to get a message to someone on the stage from the dressing room. And that would be the earpiece. Take that! Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this.
But why, that's...
What? What is it? Is that some kind of newfangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking?
I mean, yeah, I guess you're halfway there. No, kind of. This is a type of transmitter. A communication... A communications device.
Communications? Device?
Yes, Your Honor. A device that you use to communicate with other people. You know, like a phone that you just mentioned.
Look, back in my day, it was all Morse code. There was all of this fandangled telephone business.
Oh, God, I wish the game wouldn't keep auto-skipping
I know,
dialogue.
right?
From what I heard that night, everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, actually. If we're talking between band members.
Well, they're like playing the songs like, oh yeah, so what did you do last night? Oh yeah, I watched the footy. What about you? Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Had a nice beer.
Me too,
I
Ringo,
ordered
me
a curry
too.
in. I had a nice
Got
curry.
a curry. Ooh. What's some
I went for a vindaloo, and
Oh,
all I spent all
vindaloo.
night was on the loo.
on the loo? Oh my. I know that feeling, yeah.
How's
Oh,
the
well.
wife?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good. And the kids?
Well, I mean, you know.
The
Keep
kids,
running
eh?
rings round me and all that.
Oh, yeah, mine too. Can't wait for them to leave home. Sorry. Sorry, Taylor.
I don't think you are.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, for talking between the band members.
I said that.
He
Oh,
did.
yeah, I know, but it don't matter because, like, you know.
We all had one on.
So, you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple.
Objection!
Oh, what's the matter? Is it devastating to your case?
True, but wait. Those send out an electronic signal. To avoid interference with the audio systems, their range is quite limited.
What, 30 feet perchance?
Damn it, how do you know that?
Lamirroir said it was about 30 feet, right?
Perchance?
Perchance?
Look at this cross-section
Wait.
diagram.
Perceive the possibility that it was 30 feet.
Perchance.
Perchance.
Look at this cross-section diagram of the concert forum.
Ah.
Exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet.
That can't be.
It can be.
So when Lamirroir heard the shooter's voice, he could have been talking to someone on stage.
I mean, the thing I find amusing, though...
Objection! Ha! You're claiming this is the switch in question.
See, the thing that I find amusing is that someone's voice over a radio sounds completely different to someone's voice in, you know, when you're actually in proximity to them.
Yeah.
And you'd have thought that Lamirroir, who is blind, would know this. But what do I
Maybe
know?
it was over a Discord call instead.
Maybe she just experiences life like a Discord call, I guess.
Maybe.
Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? It could be placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hit it on the stage after the fact.
Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said press the switch?
Well, I guess we don't.
Unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where this switch was, there's little point in debating it.
Oh, I was sure this was the way to go with this.
What is this switch, anyway? We don't even know that basic fact.
Actually, now's my chance. Wait a second. I do know what this switch is. And if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up in proof that completely changes this case.
What's up, Apollo? Apollo?
Sorry, I was distracted. We know about this switch, right? We know what it is.
Yeah.
Trucy! It wasn't that long ago. Well, think of when it was used that day.
Look, Apollo, I'm gonna need a flashback. Okay?
Don't worry, I'm
It's
sure
time
there's
to go
one
back
around
in
the corner.
time.
Think of what happened.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further information to share concerning this switch.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Justice?
I have further information to share regarding the switch.
Well, bugger.
I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is.
Well, it seems the defense is set upon linking this switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of the link. What evidence do you have to explain what this switch is?
We need the burnt out. The igniter, I would say then. That I don't think
It's
the
either
guitar.
that or the guitar.
No, because it's linked to the igniter, and then he'll be like, "What the hell's that all about?" Then you'd be like, "Ah, well, it's an igniter. It sets things on fire, like this, for example."
I suppose.
It's not linked to the guitar. It's not a switch for the guitar. It's a switch for the igniter.
I didn't know if it'd be. It's linked to this because this was in the guitar. This is what set it on fire. But I suppose you're right.
I
it
think
is
the igniter is the logical step. It may be
Yeah.
wrong. Take that! Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this?
Ugh! That's...
That what? Is this another one of those newfangled phones?
This is an igniter. What phone looks like this?
Igniter by Apple.
Igniter? You mean it's like a lighter?
Yes, actually.
You aren't saying this switch is a remote?
I am, actually. This is a remote trigger for an igniter.
What?
Look, I'll show you. Why don't you hold it real close to your face for no particular reason?
Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist from burning down this courtroom.
Sorry. That was a bit more fire than I'd expected.
If my whiskers had caught on
Your
fire,
whiskers. Not the full beard, just
Not
the
full
whiskers.
beard.
you singed my eyebrows.
Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself.
Hold
Like
this.
you'd ask for permission to do it anyway.
This switch is a remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you?
Nope. You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you?
Oh!
Exactly. I don't know why you're being so calm, honestly, but that usually means that he's got some ace up his sleeve, I suppose. That night, at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame. Right when your guitar caught
Golden Betty!
fire in the middle of the performance.
Wasn't that part of the stage show, though?
Actually, no. Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. And the guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake.
That's right. He got it in Virginia from Lamiroir.
So I knew I shouldn't have told you anything when you came to my office.
He said the sound was amazing. Before it burned, of course. Now it just kind of smokes.
Smoking!
Smoking!
The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Hair forehead!
Yes?
Don't tell me you're trying to tie the... Gavin. Clavier. Clavier, Bud. Bud, come here. We're gonna have to talk. It's Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. A switch that ignites something and then my guitar spontaneously igniting. The odds of those things being related are preposterous.
But not impossible.
Those being the shooter's voice heard by Lamirroir and the guitar suddenly catching on fire.
I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Mr. LeTouse and the shooter were at the crime scene. Uh-oh. But I suppose now it's going to be like, oh, well, wasn't Darian on stage in the band playing the song? Or
Yeah,
was...
but then is that where the missed
He
cue?
missed his cue.
Where
Oh, no,
the-
but was he there? No, because I suppose, was he there? Because it was, it's the guitar serenade.
I suppose,
And
yeah,
he
it
wasn't
was-
there. It was just him and
I think
Machi,
it-
wasn't it? It was
And
just
yeah.
Gavin and Machi.
Yeah, I think so.
And Lamiroir, obviously, but
Yeah.
playing instruments.
Yeah.
The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed, and the guitar caught fire.
Well, that does seem to make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger.
I guess who did push the switch in the end?
Yeah.
Really? Really? It seems pretty simple to me.
Objection!
Oh, I knew this was going too well.
Hair forehead, don't destroy what little minuscule microscopic respect I have for you.
Oh, well, honestly, it's more than I expected.
I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong.
What's this all about, Prosecutor Gavin?
His simple story simply makes no sense because he's a simply simpleton, simply simping. Think. Think, Apollo, think. Think. That night my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this, indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set.
Ugh! Oh, that's right. Of course. The guitar caught fire during Lamirroir's song.
Indeed, yet the shooting happened during the third set.
Yeah, so she couldn't have heard it.
The two are utterly unrelated.
Is there something else that the switch could have been used for? Because there was more igniters.
Because there was one in the dressing room, wasn't there?
There was.
Yes, that must have been what we...
Sorry.
Yes, that must have been what was bugging me, apart from the inability to speak.
The acid,
No, I'm
acid
sorry.
reflux.
Whenever you go, bleh, it's just like.
Whole premise for this is faulty.
See, his story makes no sense.
Objection! Are you sure about that?
What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice?
I mean, is he sure about that? Maybe it's not the premise for my explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far.
What premise is this specifically?
Well, I really hope you don't make me spell it out with some multiple choice questions.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to.
I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act.
Objection! Now it's grooving out time. What's this? I know your theme song is playing, but don't get too cocky. But Detective Emma Skye heard shots and found the body.
Actually, objection! This isn't my theme song. This is the on the ropes, what is it, cross-examination-y sort of theme? It's not the cross-examination one, but it is the kind of like intense version of the investigation theme or whatever it is. Anyway, me.
Found the body. All of this happened in the third act.
Objection! Gunshots rang out. And according to his testimony, Machi was in that dressing room at the time.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice?
Your mom's house. Stay
She's
with.
dead.
Well, your daughter's house.
Don't you dare go for Mrs. Judge, you Casanova, you...
Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us this in his testimony, namely that the victim had already been shot. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting.
This is insane!
Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote triggered my God. We know that a remote triggered igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act.
What?
Order! 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 But that goes against the evidence.
What does, Your Honor?
This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song, yes?
Hey, he's right. Look. The bullet is supposed to come after the fire.
Like a bullet of love. Fire.
A bullet?
A bullet.
A bullet? A bullet. You're thinking about it the wrong way.
Huh?
Look. Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with little merit for the doing doing it.
Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason.
Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics.
You're saying the order was reversed on purpose?
Reversed, Prosecutor Gavin?
If the criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have had to come after the... Oh, they did a Danganronpa thing where they mixed up the order of the justice hammers.
Yeah.
The shooting would have had to have come after the guitar burst into flame.
Do you think the igniter in the room then was like to set off like fake shots
Maybe.
into the wall? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know why that one's there.
Yet Hair Forehead has raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire.
Couldn't have put it better myself. We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he'd followed the lyrics the whole way. Misdirection.
Yeah.
Which means,
Oh no.
which I mean, magicians are quite good at.
Order! 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 That would explain this most unusual situation.
It does. The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second.
Objection! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly, it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh, it sounds good, I'll give you that. You've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my genius song, but I question your logic. For it's flawed from the very beginning.
Flawed?
Flawed.
Flawed?
Flawed.
Me.
Yes, a contradiction, Hair Forehead, one I've pointed out several times, no less.
What, the contradiction or my forehead? Because honestly, you haven't stopped pointing out my
Both can
forehead.
be true. At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Lamirroir have heard a voice through it?
The headset,
The head-
or
it's
like
gonna be, yeah.
a headset. Oh,
I know that you would like to divert our attention away from this critical fact. But you're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise.
right.
No, you're wrong.
You can't hear that. It's in blue text. Shut up. Lamirroir's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard is the shooter's voice.
What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
Look, what do we have? Wait. Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene, we have a switch, which acts as the remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be coincidence. But how do I make it work?
I see a more direct line of questioning is required.
Oh, that sounds like something that's going to be a multiple choice question. It's going to require us to load a save if we mess it up.
When the crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime, that window was closed. Care to tell us how Lamirroir heard the voice?
The headset. Just on a headset.
Key point to be sure.
Because wouldn't she have been wearing a headset anyway?
Yeah, she would have been.
Yeah, if it happened, yeah, she would have come off stage probably still wearing one, maybe.
Yeah.
Mr. Justice, can you explain to this court?
Okay, Justice. You've got one thing to prove, and one thing only. Lamirroir heard a voice, and she heard it during the second set. Think! How was Lamirroir able to hear the voice? She has divine hearing.
She was somewhere else.
I think so,
perhaps.
yes. When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it. Had no reason to close it had it been open either. Meaning, it was impossible to hear the voice through that window.
Ah, it's good to hear you making sense again. I'm sure that'll last for about 10 seconds. For a moment, I was afraid you might be a Borginian too. That racist. I hear you're a racist now, Father.
As I was saying, Lamirroir could not hear the voice through that window. So there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely.
What's this?
But what is this?
Oh no.
Yeah, we're out of time, guys.
Son of a...
Sorry.
God damn it.
Yes, alas, this is all we have time for today. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. If you do like what we do, then please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday. And in the meantime, we have plenty of other content on the channel. Why not go check it out? Share it with your friends.
Yeah.
And until next time, we'll see you again.
Catch you in the next one, everybody.
And remember, Among Us actually teaches you about real life because anyone that crawls through an air vent is automatically gonna be sus.